Little girl tumbled on a Hell's Angel biker, chained to a tree. What she did next shocked everyone. Watch this USA story, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share with friends. So let's begin. The forest outside Pine Ridge, Oregon, was unusually quiet that afternoon. Tall pine trees blocked most of the sunlight, turning the ground cold and shadowy. A 7-year-old girl named Lily ran barefoot between the trees, her breath broken, her heart pounding with fear she didn't fully understand. Her clothes were torn, her knees bleeding, and her small hands trembled as branches scraped her skin. Behind her, distant male voices echoed angrily. Lily didn't know where she was going. She only knew she had to keep running. Every sound felt like danger closing in. Suddenly, Lily's foot caught on a thick root hidden under dry leaves. She tumbled forward, rolling down a slight slope. Her body slammed hard into something solid. She cried out, expecting pain or worse, then froze when she saw black leather boots inches from her face. Slowly, Lily looked up. A woman stood against a massive oak tree, her wrists chained tightly around the trunk. She wore a black leather biker jacket with a Hell's Angels patch on the back. Her long, dark hair was messy, her face bruised, and dried blood streaked her cheek. Lily screamed, stumbling backward in terror. She had heard stories about bikers, bad people, dangerous people, but the woman didn't move toward her. Instead, she lowered herself slightly, careful not to rattle the chains, and spoke in a calm, gentle voice. "Hey, it's okay," the woman said softly. "I'm not going to hurt you." Her voice sounded tired but sincere. Lily noticed the woman's hands were shaking, not with anger but pain. The chains had cut deep into her wrists. Lily hesitated, tears streaming down her face. "They're coming," she whispered, pointing back toward the woods. The biker's expression changed instantly. Her jaw tightened, her eyes sharp with focus. She gently asked Lily who they were, listening carefully to every word. As Lily spoke, the biker realized something was terribly wrong. Bruises marked the child's arms, too deliberate to be accidental. The fear in her eyes wasn't normal. The biker felt a surge of anger rise inside her, stronger than the pain in her chained wrists. "My name's Raven," the biker said quietly. "You're safe with me now." She reached for a small water bottle nearby, nudging it toward Lily with her boot. The simple kindness made Lily pause. No one had offered her comfort all day. The forest suddenly felt smaller. Raven scanned the trees, listening. She could hear voices now, too, closer than before. Her pulse raced. Being chained had been part of the plan. But this wasn't. A child wasn't supposed to be here. This changed everything. Raven shifted her weight carefully, hiding her movements from anyone nearby. Years of experience had taught her patience. She spoke softly to Lily, keeping her calm. Telling her to breathe slowly, Lily clutched the bottle, staring at Raven as if unsure whether to trust her. Raven's mind raced. She had been planted here to observe, to gather evidence, but Lily's arrival forced a decision. The mission no longer mattered the same way. Protecting this child came first. Raven glanced down at her boot, feeling the hidden metal inside. As the voices grew louder, Raven leaned closer to Lily. "When I say go, you do exactly what I tell you," she whispered. Lily nodded silently. At that moment, the Hell's Angel biker chained to a tree stopped being bait and became something far more dangerous to the people hunting them. The voices in the forest were no longer distant. Heavy footsteps crushed dry leaves, and harsh laughter echoed between the trees. Lily's small body stiffened beside Raven. The biker's jaw tightened as she listened carefully, measuring time, distance, and the danger closing in on them. Raven kept her voice calm, almost soothing. She told Lily to stay low and quiet, pressing herself between the oak tree and thick bushes. The child obeyed instantly, clutching Raven's jacket. Raven felt the girl's fear shaking through her, fueling her own determination. The chains around Raven's wrists rattled softly as she shifted. Every movement sent pain shooting through her arms, but she ignored it. Slowly, she slid her boot against the rough ground until the hidden metal shard inside pressed into her palm. She worked carefully, scraping the metal against the chain's weak link. Each movement was slow, controlled, silent. Sweat mixed with dried blood on her forehead. The men's voices were now close enough to hear words. Angry, impatient, careless. Lily watched with wide eyes, realizing the woman wasn't helpless. Raven met her gaze and gave a tiny nod. "Almost," she whispered. The chain bit deeper into her skin, but the link began to weaken, metal groaning under pressure. A sudden shout froze them both. One of the men was only yards away. Raven stopped moving, holding her breath. Leaves crunched nearby. Lily squeezed her eyes shut. Raven's muscles coiled, ready to fight if she had to, even chained. The footsteps moved past them, distracted by something else. Raven exhaled slowly and finished the job. With a sharp snap, the weakened link broke. The chain fell loose with a dull thud against the tree. Raven was free. She moved fast. Wrapping Lily in her leather jacket, Raven lifted the child into her arms. The jacket swallowed Lily's small frame, hiding her completely. Raven guided them silently through the trees, avoiding open paths, trusting instinct and experience. Behind them, angry shouting erupted. The men had realized something was wrong. Raven broke into a run, pain flaring through her arms and legs. She didn't slow down. Lily buried her face against Raven's chest, gripping tightly. They reached a narrow dirt road cutting through the forest. Raven's motorcycle stood hidden behind brush, exactly where she'd left it. She placed Lily on the seat, fitted a spare helmet over her head, and started the engine in one smooth motion. The roar shattered the forest silence. Raven didn't hesitate. She twisted the throttle and sped down the road, gravel flying behind them. Gunshots echoed uselessly in the distance, swallowed by trees and speed. As they raced toward town, Raven activated a small device hidden under her jacket. A silent signal flashed out, carrying coordinates and a single urgent code. This was no longer surveillance, it was a rescue. Police lights appeared miles later, blocking the road ahead. Raven slowed, raising her hands as officers surrounded them. The tension snapped when Lily ran into an officer's arms, sobbing with relief. Raven removed her helmet slowly. Dirt, blood, and exhaustion marked her face. An officer stared at her Hell's Angels patch, confused, then shocked, as Raven quietly showed her badge. Everything fell into place. As Lily was wrapped in a blanket, Raven watched from a distance. Her mission had changed, but it had succeeded in a way no plan could predict. The forest fell silent again, but nothing inside Raven would ever be the same.